What's good, y'all, and welcome to the 12th episode of the Young Moguls podcast, where we keep it real, relatable, and super motivational. It's your boy, Real MJ Hill.
And it's your girl, Reagan. Marquise, how was your week?
My week was pretty solid. Actually, I got my cousin in town, and I got my best friend in town. So, we've been kicking it all week. I've been making sure business was handled, but we've been going to Six Flags, going to the water park, having fun. Yesterday was actually lit. Yesterday was lit. We went to Six Flags, and it was like they had all the other rides closed down. In the water park, I mean, it was like they had all the other slides closed down. They only had the wave pool open and like this one big ride. So me and my friend, me and my cousins and my best friend, we got on this big water ride they had there. And I'm saying we had to go on that thing like 10, like 10 to 12 times. We got on that thing a lot. And every time it was fun. Like we didn't get bored. But yeah, we did that yesterday. And afterwards we went to Wendy's. You know what I'm saying? I got that 4 for $4 with the crispy chicken. You know what I'm saying? With the crispy chicken with the pineapple mango. So yeah, yesterday, this whole week's been pretty fun, just hanging with them and having fun with them because I don't get to see them a lot. But yeah, my week's been pretty cool, just kicking it with them. How about you though?
Yay. First of all, I want to say I know that 4 for $4 because Wendy's is so good. I tell you all the time, once I get my car, this is manifestation. I am going to Wendy's. When I'm hungry, it doesn't matter if it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to Wendy's.
Wendy's. Solid choice.
Nuggets are so good. Anyway, my week was so good. Exciting things are about to happen with my business and with me because I'm
Nice.
my license, and so are you.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I'm getting mine at 20 of y'all. Y'all stay tuned. Your boy can be whipping. Y'all stay tuned.
For real? Because the 21st I have to go in for my driving instruction, but that's okay. But I am about to actually get my license today. I'm signing up for the online courses, and next week, the 21st or the week after, probably, I'm going to go in and get driving instructions, and then get my license the 13th of September because my birthday is the 10th. So that is very exciting, something that I'm working on now. And then actually on Instagram, I started an IGTV series, which is something that's different, but I love doing because usually like with videos, I always like cut or shorten or not expound on what I really want to say in that 59 seconds Instagram.
Right.
So I lengthened it just to about 4 or 5 minutes because I don't want to make it like a whole television show. But I lengthen it to like 4 or 5 minutes and I get everything that I need to say. It's like short, sweet, simple, fast little things that I wanted to say that are extensions of what I was already saying. And so that is also very, very super exciting. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's dope. I saw you posted your first episode and I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be dope. Cause like I know for me, I'm a person I love sitting down sometimes. Like when I'm not busy or I'm not in a rush. Like I love sitting down and watching people like, you know what I'm saying, their ideas, their thoughts, you know what I'm saying, their motivation, their inspiration. So I love that the new IGTV series. Y'all make sure to go check that out every episode she posts. But yeah, y'all, one of the topics that I wanted to talk about today, me and Reagan, we wanted to bring to y'all is the importance of kindness and how big of a role it plays in this world and how much it can impact people and how much we can do just being kind to each other and just spreading love and spreading positivity. So Reagan, you gotta tell them the story you was just telling me about the dude in the truck getting the coffee. You gotta tell them about that. You gotta tell them about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so first of all, we weren't even gonna go out. This just shows like the power. I don't even believe in coincidences, but me and my mom and my sister, we went out and we were driving. I was actually driving because I need to get some night hours for that license.
Right.
And so I'm all done with that. But we were driving and we decided to stop at Starbucks because they were closing in like 10 minutes. And so we pulled up the drive-through and we got our coffees, we paid for it and everything. And as soon as we were about to leave, this guy walked up to the window and he was tugging on the door. And then he yelled in the car, he was like, "Hey, can you see what time they close?" And I was like, "Okay, sure, absolutely." And so I asked the lady at the window, I was like, "There's a guy out here. He wants to know what time you close." And she said, "We close at 9:30. And the guy, it's 9:25. Why isn't the door opening? Why isn't it opening? And it was almost kind of like he was agitated. And so we were trying to work with him and everything, but he wasn't. He just wanted a coffee. You'll see at the end. But I asked the lady, I was like, the door is closed. Is he allowed to come in? And she was like, no, the inside is actually closed. I don't know. And I don't think she was trying to be rude, but it's a vibe that she gave off. I don't think it was intentional. So I was trying
Right.
to read
Yeah.
between them. And so I was like, I'm so sorry, sir, but the inside is closed. You have to come through the drive-through. And he was like, well, I'm in a semi truck. I'm across the street. I can't come through the drive-through. I'm in a big semi truck. Can I just get a
Right.
coffee from here? And the lady just like shrugged her shoulders and she was shaking her head. And so, like I said, I don't think it was intentional. But
Right.
I was like, you know what, sir, what kind of coffee do you want? And he was like, what? I was like, what kind of coffee do you want? And he gave me the order that he wanted. And I was like to the lady, can I have this, this, and that? And she was like, absolutely, sure. Is this going on his tab or yours? I was like, I'll take it. And so he was like, oh my gosh. And I got the coffee for him and I gave it to him. And he was trying
Yeah.
to get money. I was like, no, sir, it's okay. It's okay. I got it. You take your coffee, you go, you have a
Ooh.
because I know those semi truck drivers, they drive for long periods of time. My cousin
Right.
was
All day.
all day they just be driving on the open road. And I
Right.
know freeway, it's like white noise and it will put you to sleep. But
Right.
we just needed a coffee and they weren't even closed yet. They closed in 5 minutes. So I was like, sir, what kind of coffee do you want? Just give me the order. And I gave him the coffee and I paid for it. And it just felt so good. Like for me to spend an extra $5 just so this guy could stay awake to be able to drive to deliver what needs to be delivered. We could have
Right.
prevented an accident from him being sleep deprived. But I mean, he just wanted a cup of coffee. And if I was able to help, I was so happy that I was able to. And so I got him his cup of coffee and gave it to him. But I say all that to say that was my story of just showing an act of kindness. Like if people were just to take a couple seconds out of their day to show kindness and to express kindness, this world could be so much better. Like Marquise, I was also telling you that
Yeah.
I get so overjoyed and excited when people hold the door open for me because they
Right.
could have left, like, and I would have been fine opening the door, but it's the fact that you decided to stay for 2 extra seconds to hold the door for me. You were considering me, knowing that I was coming inside, and it's not even this deep. It's just kindness. And so
100%. Yeah.
about kindness.
Yeah. What you say? You asked me a question?
No, yeah, I was just asking you, what about, do you have any stories about kindness or what about you?
Oh yeah, of course. You know me. You know what I'm saying? You know me. I always try to spread kindness when I'm out. But like to be real, I got a story for y'all. There was this kid I knew in my middle school, and you know what I'm saying, he was a very, you know what I'm saying, introverted kid. Like he was very to himself, didn't
Mhm.
talk a lot, he just kind of did his own thing and stayed out of the way. And a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they weren't like a lot of people didn't talk to him because he didn't give, you know what I'm saying, the vibe of, I want to be talked to, I want, you know what I'm saying? So I noticed that, and I made the effort to, talk to him, make sure, that he was good, that, I would just go up to him. Like, I didn't know him personally, but I would just go up to him and I would, ask him about his day. And eventually we did build that relationship. And he was actually a really cool kid. And there was one day, this was, by the time we got to high school, but he was sitting over there at lunch, and everybody got their table, of their friends, all the people they talking to. And I'm sitting at my table where I usually sit. I'm talking to my friends, we kicking it, having a good time like usual. And I look over and he's just sitting alone, eating his lunch, and I'm like, man, like that just didn't sit right with me, because I know for me, if I'm in school, like I want somebody to talk to during lunch. Like I want somebody to recognize me and come talk to me. So I was like, I don't know what it was in me, but I'm pretty sure it was God, just telling me, like, you gotta go talk to him. Like you gotta go talk to him. I don't know what you go say, but just get up and make the actions to talk to him. So I did. And I got up. I had like some extra candy in my bag because I was selling some candy at the school. But I just had some extra candy in my bag. I was gonna eat it for myself because what I'm saying, wasn't nobody else, go buy them. But I ended up giving it to him, and he was like, "Hey man, thank you. I appreciate it. Like thank you for coming over here." And it was a little while later, I would say like some months later, he had texted me and he was like, "Yo, I appreciate you for this video. I just posted a video." He was like, "Yo, a couple months back, you had gave me some candy at lunch, And during that time, I felt like people didn't see me. I wasn't being recognized at all. And, I didn't have anybody to talk to. And he was like, you really helped me right there. And I ain't gonna lie, I was thinking about giving up, but like that right there, that small act of kindness, that helped me in that moment. And that right there, that touched me. Cause like you never know what somebody's going through. Like we all going through life. You know what I mean? And we're all going through our own struggle. We all going through our own mental challenges. And you never know, man. That one little bit of act of kindness, like it might seem really little to you, but that one act of kindness can go so far for somebody else. So like, man, I want to encourage y'all, man, if y'all can just do like one little thing. I don't know if it's a compliment, just telling your friend that her hair looked good, or telling your boy that, man, that cut looked fire, or like, bro, I saw you just did this, man, congratulations. Like, I don't know what it is, but man, try to make some act of kindness, even if it's just a stranger, like just some act of kindness to help somebody's day out. Like, don't let nobody that comes across your path leave any, less happy than they were when they met you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think, what it was who said that? Man, who said that? I was just reading the quote the other day. Man, like the name on the top of my tongue. I know her picture, but
Well, what the quote say? Maybe it'll bring it up as you say it.
The quote said anybody. It was like, so don't quote me right here, because I'm kind of going off. I'm paraphrasing it, but the quote said, "Don't let anybody that comes across your path leave." No, let everybody that comes across your path leave happier than they were before they met you.
Okay. I like that. Let's see. Let everybody that comes across. I'm trying to find it because I know that feeling.
Yeah. If you put it in Safari, I'm pretty sure it's gonna come up.
Okay, you said let everybody that comes across your path. What?
Happier
than when they met you?
And then put quote at the end, and then it should pop up.
Let's see. Because I like that quote. Oh. No, it didn't pop up.
She's a huge activist. No, we're going to find this, y'all. Hold on.
Mother Teresa?
Yup. Mother Teresa. Yeah, it was on the tip of my tongue. I knew it. But seriously, y'all, like a little act of kindness can go so far. So I don't know what you got to do, but every day just make that a priority on your list to, make a small act of kindness or a big act of kindness, and just make somebody's day better. Like, real talk, make somebody's day better. But yeah, that was my story. That was my story of kindness.
Absolutely. I love that so much, because like in my planners at the top of the week, I usually put like a word of not affirmation, but things that I want to implement throughout my entire week, whether that be gratitude or kindness. And so throughout those days, I'll just at the beginning of the day, look at that word and try to implement that throughout my day. And so you don't realize how far kindness goes. Like you may be preventing something, or even if you're not, you're just putting a smile on that person's day. I know a couple months ago, I posted a post and I said, when you look at this, smile. And I had a whole bunch of people, it was something like that. And I had a whole bunch of people comment and say, this just brightened my day. And this just made me smile.
Right.
Because it was just something that I took out of my day that literally made me like 60 seconds I had to create. And I posted it. And everybody that saw that post, they smiled and they thought about something good that happened in their day or something good that they can do. So little acts, they go far. That word that says, or the saying that goes, actions speak louder than words. You don't even have to say nothing. It's just your actions. It's just what you do. It's what you express. It's what you stand for. That can change somebody's entire perspective of life. It can make them want to live more every single day. It can make them want to strive to accomplish their dreams and goals. It could inspire them or motivate them to do something positive that they didn't think that they could do before.
Right.
showing kindness is so powerful. And I really love this episode. I love this title because kindness can change somebody's whole perspective, like I was just saying.
Yeah. And we really got like we have to emphasize that, y'all, because the world we live in today, man, we emphasize negativity.
Yeah.
And it's like everything that you see, all the big news outlets, all of the shade rooms, the TMZ, the complex, like everybody, like we just emphasize
Yeah.
negativity, we emphasize the drama, we emphasize the gossip, we emphasize all of the things that don't really bring us joy, that don't bring us anything happy, that doesn't bring us hope. And that's what we gotta start emphasizing, y'all. Like bring kindness to the world, bring that positivity to the world, bring that positive perspective. Like when you bring your love to the world, when you bring your smile, when you bring your joy, when you bring, all of that happiness inside of you, and you just share with the world, share with another person, man, it goes such a long way. And that person, now that you just gave them your positivity, now that you didn't gave them your love, oh, now they want to share some love. And it's just a constant cycle. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
instead of being so quick to post about the drama, or instead of being so quick to post about the gossip, let's be quick to post about people's accomplishments, or let's be quick to post about, positive things that's happening in the community. Like let's be quick to post about things like that and start sharing more positivity and, inspiration into the world.
Yeah, negative positivity should be a habit for us. Like negativity,
Right.
like you were just saying, has become so easy for us to do. Some people even go out of their ways to be negative and to spread negativity.
Right.
And like you said, the shade room, there's literally a whole place on Snapchat dedicated to finding gossip on people, on famous people, or trying
Yeah.
to figure out things that they did wrong, or trying to
Right.
figure out what dirty stuff that they did that they believe that needs to be shared to Snapchat so people
Right.
just be entertained. But no, we shouldn't be entertained by negativity. We should be
Facts.
entertained by positivity. We should be entertained by smiles and kindness. I mean, that's the topic today, being kind. And like you said, kindness goes a long way. I did a speech on I was talking at my church about
Mhm.
maybe a year or two ago when I finally like got into speaking, and I
Yeah.
was saying how kindness is kind of like a drop of juice or milk or something. You know how
Okay.
you may drop like a piece of cracker or like some kind of drink on the floor in your kitchen, and it
Okay.
rolls down the whole kitchen, and so you trying to chase it, trying to clean it up, or like on the counter when you spill some water
Right.
and it start dripping over the side. That's how
Mhm.
kindness is. That little drop of kindness, it'll go so far, no matter how fast negativity tries to wipe it up, no matter how fast hate tries to come in and try to sweep it away, no matter how
Mm.
fast negativity tries to come and put it in the garbage, it's going to keep going and it's going to keep spreading
Mm.
because you're being intentional about spreading kindness. You're being intentional about trying to be positive to people. You're being intentional about trying to have a great day. And if you constantly do that,
Right.
implement that in your daily schedule, it'll just become habit for you to smile and to see the positive side of every situation instead
Right.
of negative. People nowadays, kids nowadays are trained to see the negative in the situation and try to prevent that and try to prevent
Right.
the problem. But if you're trained to see the positive, then there's no way to even see that. So
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, y'all. Like I really, what I want y'all to get from this is be the light.
be the
Like be the light in somebody's day. Because
Mhm.
like you never know what somebody going through. You never know. Like if you having a good day, trust me, if you having a good day, I want you to try your best to help 10 other people have a good day. Have a great day. You know what I mean? Like be that light in somebody's life. Don't be the person that come in and you trying to tear them down. Like, nah, y'all, we not on that no more. Like we not on the bullying no more. We not on the make fun of his shoes because they not as cool as his, or they not as cool
Right.
as mine. We not on that no more, y'all. Like ain't no room for negativity no more. Because negativity, man, that'll really hurt somebody mentally. Like you'll never know. Like there was a story that I was watching on my Instagram earlier,
Mhm.
and it was about this woman, and she was born, she was like blind, and like her facial features, like she didn't look like the normal person.
Uh-huh.
And a video got out, and it was like the ugliest woman in the world. And she said she was on YouTube just looking for some music to listen to, and she saw a video and that had her face in it.
Mhm.
And as she clicked on the video, she saw that it was so many negative comments about her just being like her being the ugliest woman in the world. People telling her, man, why didn't your parents abort you? Why were you born? You know, why do you look this ugly? And it was all this negativity. And when I saw it, I'm like, man, this world can be so cruel. Like this world can be like it, like we can be awful at times. But you know what she did that really stuck with me? She
Mhm.
was like, I went through and I read every single comment and it hurt me and I cried. But she said, am I going to let these people's negative opinions about me define me? And I was like, man, for her to be that strong, she was like, no, I'm not going to let their negative opinions define me. Instead, I'm going to take all my flaws, I'm going to take all of my imperfections, and I'm going to love myself. And I'm going to let this situation, I'm going to let this video, I'm going to let all of this negativity, I'm going to use this as motivation and inspiration to help another person going through a similar situation. She was like, I'm going to let this help me inspire somebody else to keep going. Because she was like, I was going to give up. I was going to. But she said, I'm going to stay strong because there's somebody else out there that I can help. So I'm going to use my story to help others. And man, that was so strong for me. Even with all the negativity, with all those people's negative opinions, she didn't give up. Instead, she said, I'm going to use this. I'm going to use my story to inspire so many other lives. And man, now she's wrote 3 books. I'm pretty sure at the end of the video, she said she wrote 3 books. She's speaking all around the world, and people still be hating on her sometimes, saying, "Oh, you're still ugly. Oh, you're still this. Oh, you're still that." But nah, she walk around powerful with her words, which spreading kindness, spreading love. She said the person that posted that video, she said, I never found out who it was behind the screen, but she said if I were to see him today, I'd probably give them a hug and say thank you for helping me take my life to the next level. Because if this wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't be able to find myself how I found myself. So man, that
Right.
was so powerful for me, man. That was so powerful.
Oh my goodness. And it's like, those are the kind of things that you see in the movies, the things that people just make up, the stories that you just hear that are in movies that are realistic. They're not true, but
Right,
they're realistic. But no, this is something that happened in real life. This is a real life
right,
situation about how a woman used the hate that people gave her to motivate her to be better. And it's like, I don't even understand sometimes how people can just be so hateful. Like how I don't want to get into that. But like if
yeah,
we could just go out of our way to be kind, if we could just go out of our way to put a smile on people's faces, it would just make the world
right,
so much better. And like the
yeah,
world, it's not going to get much better than it already is because we're already in a terrible place, but your smile could change somebody's whole day. Your kind words could change somebody's whole day. And I give love to whoever that person was. I'm gonna look her up and
yeah,
find her and follow her, whatever, and share how much, because that's so inspirational. That's so
right,
motivational to me, like to see that she could come from a place so dark and so deep that in all that hate and be able to stand up and push through all of it, rise through it, and create
right,
something out of it. And that is so amazing. That is a perfect example of how she found the light in a very, very, very dark situation. That is a perfect example about how she decided to look at it from another perspective, learn from it, and teach millions, if not billions, of other people across this entire world that we all have flaws. We all have
right,
we all have imperfections. We all have
right,
things about us that we don't like, but it's up to us to be able to enhance that beauty, and we can do that, and to love
right,
about ourselves, because nobody on this world is perfect. That's another thing that I want to get to. None of us are perfect. We all have flaws. We all have something that we can work on. We all have something that we can improve. None of us are
right.
perfect. But the thing is, we can improve it. And we can learn
Exactly,
from it. We can learn from our mistakes, and we can be better. So I
exactly.
love that so much. So I think
Right.
this episode is coming to an end. Marquise, is there anything else you wanted to say?
Yeah, y'all. One thing before we go.
Mhm.
Um, one thing that really stuck out to me that she did. She combated it. She didn't respond with the negative. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what a lot of us do sometimes. We may get somebody that's hating on us, somebody that's
Right.
that's doubting us, and if we want to respond with negativity. And look, I understand, y'all. Like it's just a natural thing. Like we get into defense mode and we like, oh, hold on,
Mhm.
they just do something negative at me. Let me throw something negative back. But
Mhm.
y'all, that just creates a constant cycle of negativity. So instead, when
Marquise.
It becomes uplifting, instead of something. Oh, did it go out?
Yeah, but I got you now. You're good. Go ahead.
All right, cool. But I was saying, man, let's respond to all the negativity. Let's respond to all the hate with positivity and only positive vibes. All right, because when we respond that way, it forces the other person to think about it. Like, dang, I just hit them with this negativity. I was hoping that they kept it going, but they just hit me with with some positivity. I might have to stop.
Yeah. Marquise. Okay. You good?
All right, cool. Yeah. He's like, we're back. But yeah, y'all, I think that's a good place to end it. Let's respond to all the negativity with positivity. You always combating hate with love. But yeah, y'all, spread kindness, spread love, spread that positivity into the world. Be that light in somebody's day. Be that light in somebody's darkness, because you never know what somebody's going through. So just really want to emphasize that, y'all. Reagan, you got anything to say to close us out?
Yeah, I just did want to add that in the Bible, there's a scripture that says a soft answer turns away wrath. And I love that so much, because there's always you can learn from that. There's always going to be hate coming towards you, just with the world that we live in, unfortunately. But if you give them a soft answer, it'll turn away the wrath, because they have no motivation to keep going. So we love each and every one of you. We hope that you
love y'all.
learn something from this, to be kind, just to spread kindness for the rest of the week. I want you guys to think about that. Kindness. Spread kindness throughout all aspects of your life. And I promise you notice a big change in the last 7 days, because kindness, it'll just influence so much. So like I said, I love each and every one of you. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Young Moguls Podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is also on YouTube at Young Moguls Podcast. And stay tuned for next week's episode. Love you guys.
Stay tuned. Love y'all.
Bye.